Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.
It's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouvet.
I'm paying you later.
Hey, I'm the queen of comedy.
All right, y'all. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Another episode of the Man Cave Morning Show. WBKS1.com. Always excited to be here with the squad.
Respect.
And let's start off the roll call. To my left over here, Dr. J on the ones and twos. He is your host.
Yo. How y'all doing today, happy people?
Yes. To my far right, Deacon Wu.
What's up?
The host of the Man Cave.
What's up? Introduce yo so we can get right into the topic. Sorry, General.
No doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I love you, yo. Come on, let's go.
And the talented, the beautiful, the amazing.
Yo.
The plug.
Laying off on the plug clock.
Let's get into it.
The only female host on the Man Cave Morning Show. Now, look, we're going to talk about a few things today. Oh, what happened? What happened?
I said, General, let's go. Let's go.
He's
Come
ready.
on. Let's
No
go.
doubt.
Let's
No
go.
doubt.
His
No
bootstraps
doubt. No doubt.
already
No doubt.
pulled.
Now, look,
Ready.
you're going to want to share this post out because we're going to talk about H&M. We're going to talk about a few things too. A few other topics. Ladies, we got something we're going to actually talk to y'all about. So you're going to want to share this post. But the first topic we're going to talk about today on the Man Cave Morning Show. And again, I'm sorry. I'm Storm on the General, the janitor. I didn't introduce myself. I am the janitor here, the maintenance man. We're going to talk about today, do you have a responsibility to the hood once you leave and become successful? And I'm going to repeat that. Do you have a responsibility to the hood once you leave and you become successful? You got on a suit today. So I'm going to go right to you. Dr. J, should you, if you become successful, you from the hood. You from the hood, whatever, you get an opportunity, you were blessed, you leave the hood, do you have a responsibility to come back and take care of the hood?
I would say it's important to give back to your community if that's where, you know, you were born and raised, or if that's where you live. It's very important to give back. Show the youth in that community that you can become successful, and, you know, you can pay it forward by giving back. That's a lesson that we all don't always understand, and it's a lesson that, you know, can be very much exemplified through philanthropy. So you can give your, you can exercise philanthropy to the hood. So you can definitely give back to uplift.
Let's clap that up. Let's shout out to everybody joining in, whether you're joining us on YouTube, whether you're joining us, watching us on WBKS1.com, whether you're watching us on Twitter, Periscope. We're all over the place. Whether you're listening to us on TuneIn. Shout out to Kathy Brandon. Shout out to Karen Hall. I see you on FB. Shout out to Candace Cruz. Shout out to John Boo Sr. What's up, cuz? Shout out to Pie Lady, Julius, everybody that's trickling in on FB. You're going to want to share this post. We're going to talk about some real things today on WBKS1.com, the official Man Cave Morning Show. Yes, this is our new platform, and it's going down. So, Deacon Wu, do you have a responsibility to the hood once you leave and you become successful?
before I get into that, General, you see how the boss didn't let me get into H&M?
No, because that's going to
because I was so fired.
It's the
You see how the
order.
boss just curbed that fool? I'm saying
it's protocol.
First, we need to talk about if you're gonna get
Yo,
back
we
to
gotta
the hood.
tease him real quick, man.
Okay, boss. Okay. What's the question again, boss? Please, give me the question again.
Do you have a responsibility to the hood once you leave and become successful?
Absolutely.
Shout out to Chanel Red.
We absolutely have a responsibility, and in a time that we live in, to me it seems as though our best and brightest, the best and brightest of us, the most talented of us, as soon as they become successful, they leave. Now, I know that being in the hood is stressful. I know that it's fraught with perils, right? But when you take the cream of the crop and the cream leaves the community, what happens to the community that's left behind?
Right.
I think we need to do more than just throw money at it or throw opportunity at it from the house on the hill. You have a vested interest in a community that you actually live in. So when you're taking the best and the brightest and transporting them to a community that they're not originally from, what happens to the community that they left?
Right.
So yes, you definitely have a responsibility to give back and stay.
See here, you know what? I've talked about this before, and I hear some people say, "Why should I have a responsibility to the hood?" You know, like, you know, they was hating on me, they was doing this, whatever, like that. They didn't help me get to where I'm at, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They make this argument, whatever. I think, you know, I'm gonna speak for myself. There's a reason why I kept this station in what's deemed as the hood.
Respect.
There's a reason. I could have had this station built in New York. I could have got an office in New York. I could have got an office at Fort Lee.
Some Jersey suburb.
Yeah. I could have.
That's right.
I kept it here because I want people to utilize what this platform is about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's reasons why I kept this here. But I do see a lot of people that once they get a certain position and they make a certain amount of money and they leave the hood, they say they're not trying to come back. I heard people say that even left my own town,
right.
Plainfield. Like, man, I ain't coming back to Plainfield for what? You know what I'm saying? Plainfield is this, Plainfield is that. It's a whole bunch of it's gang ridden. It's too much crime.
Right.
It's this and this and that. I ain't gonna. Why? Why should I come back to the hood so they can rob me?
Right.
No, you come back to the hood so you can educate them to get on a level to where you're at. This is why you come back to the hood, and this is why you come back and you pump money back into the hood to bring it up. And a lot of people lose that whole concept once we get a little something.
The complaints that you make against the hood, and there are many complaints against the hood, and it is stressful living in the hood, they will be mitigated. That would change if you were still there. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like your very presence elevates the hood. So when you say it's this and it's that, the fact that you're no longer there, you're contributing to that negativity because you're not offering a counterbalance. Now, when you listen to the rappers, General, because you're in the entertainment field,
right.
You know how they say a lot of the rappers, they want to stay in the hood,
right,
and inevitably they have to leave the hood because they get sucked down. So I understand that argument as well. You understand? Like some dude, some rapper, he's born in the projects, now he got $1 million Lambo parked outside of the project.
Right.
So I get you, General. That's kind of stupid. But I'm talking about economic development,
right.
Political power, being able to speak to the police officers, to the local government with your financial power. You can't do that from someplace else.
No, I agree. I mean, I agree. And shout out to Karen Hall. She made a comment on Facebook. She said, only to the youth you got a responsibility. She said, you don't owe anything to anyone else.
Oh, that's interesting.
You don't owe anything to anyone else, only to the youth. And you know why I'm gonna rock with her on that, because the youth, that's the future. That's the next generation. So if you don't come back and try to educate them, or come back with and teach them a skill set, or pump money into programs for the youth or whatever, it's easily for the youth to be misguided and go down the wrong direction. So if you have any love or any respect from where you came from, whatever, why not come back to the hood, and why not come back to the hood and give? So I applaud Karen's comment.
And misguided youth become misguided adults.
Absolutely.
All right.
Now, what about our senior citizens that may still be in the hood? Do we just forget about them?
Go ahead, young Thundercat. Go ahead.
Look, I'm in a fraternity. It's also a social community service based fraternity. It's Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. Backstory: I am not from the U.S. I didn't grow up here.
Go ahead.
So every time I go to a fellowship session and it's about service and, you know, we're doing things in the community, I'm helping other communities out by uplifting and giving my time and showing my presence there. So we do a lot of things for the youth, and we do a lot of things as well for the less fortunate, and we do a lot of things for, you know, those senior citizens.
Right.
So it would be a little bit biased to say we should only focus on the youth, because we're also missing the other elements that may not be, you know, we're missing other elements that need the important light as well as the youth.
Right. I get what you're saying.
Drop the bomb on yourself.
Yeah. But to
give me
add,
some music in the background.
To add on to that, though, it still starts with the youth, because if you come back and you properly educate the youth and you give them a skill set and you teach them certain things, like it's important to respect our elderly. It's important to respect other people. It's important to have manners. It's important to have this. And this is why if you're trying to get to my level, you know what I'm saying, these are the things I had to incorporate in order, you know, to get to the point of success where I'm at. So to me, I think a lot of it, everything starts with the youth. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything, you know, the youth is the foundation. You can't build a house without a foundation. You know what I'm saying? So to me, this is where we lose focus, because a lot of us, because of some of the things that's going on in the hood with the youth, we become scared of the youth. We become scared of them instead of reaching out to them. So to me, that's the most important focus in any community, is the youth.
General, I gotta agree, and I gotta pile on. First, what message are you sending? Here's the message you're sending. As soon as you're successful, as soon as you're able, as soon as the wind comes up underneath your wings, you fly. What are you saying to the children that are still there? Where I am is valueless, is worthless, is someplace that you don't invest in, but that you leave. That is number one. Number two, in a lot of African American societies, right? You got grown folks afraid of children. And listen, I get it. But I would just offer you this. If my son walked into the house with a gun and pulled a gun to my head and said, "Dad, you better do this and you better do thus and so."
Right.
I'm not doing a damn thing.
Right.
That gun don't mean nothing to me.
Right.
I'm going to slap the gun out his hand and slap him. Now, am I Superman? Am I a fool? Can I stop a bullet with supernatural powers? No. But you know what I am? A father. And as a father, I will be damned if I am afraid of my own child, regardless of what he has in his hand.
Absolutely.
How much money he has, how much influence he has. The problem is, we don't think that these are our children. We say, as my aunt used to say, my four and no more. These are all our children. And so when you walk around in fear of your children, you're saying that they don't belong to you. Because guess what, General? No son of the general is gonna come into the general's house and regulate nothing. No. They can have a tank. They can have Donald Trump and a nuclear weapon. In my house, this is how it goes down, young squire. This is what we're gonna do. But somehow in our communities, these children are others. They're thugs. Look, you using a terminology that race is used against you. You're referring to, I'm sorry, you're referring to your own children the way your open enemy does? You sick. You sick.
Well, see, you know what? And let me add on to that, bro. See, a lot of the problem today, and this is why it is important to come back to the hood and reach out to the youth, because if we don't, see, I get it. Everybody's like, it's the parents' responsibility and blah, blah, blah. No, you know, it goes back to the whole thing. It's the whole community's responsibility to raise the youth.
Right.
But the biggest problem today in today's society is Androids is raising the youth. Ooh. iPhones is raising the youth. iPads is raising the youth. Instagram is raising the youth. Yep. Twitter is raising the youth.
Yep.
So this is where they're getting all their information, and this is why they get sucked into soon as somebody says something, they get sucked into the Cardi B's. They get sucked into the Nicki Minaj's or whatever like that. These are their mentors.
Right.
These are becoming their mentors, because this is the only thing that's giving them some type of real attention. Social media, the technology. Go ahead. I know, yo, you want to chime in.
Yeah,
I'm just keeping it 100.
Come on, Thundercats.
I've just been absorbing what you guys have been saying. I've been writing down my little notes over here. Yes, the kids are super important, because I feel like once you help the kids, they're just innocent. They're children. They don't have ulterior motives. The only ulterior motive is like some candy or some toys, you know? They will not have malicious intent when you put your hand out to help them. But I don't want you guys to forget the adults. I don't want you guys to forget the parents, because the kids' teachings start at home. They start at home, and the parents don't necessarily always have the resources to teach their children. And the parents don't have enough time to be home to teach their children. So when you give back to the community, you need to give them jobs. You need to give them jobs with, you know, reasonable hours. Let them do a 9 to 5 so they can catch their kids when they're coming out of school. They need the books. They need the money in their pockets so they can encourage reading. They can encourage writing. And nothing's wrong with technology, but the parents need to regulate the technology. They need to regulate what they're looking at, what blocks do they have.
Drop the bomb on her, sir.
They need to regulate, you know, how much time they're on the computer, what they're looking at, and encourage the learning on the technology. Because at the end of the day, the reason that technology is important to the children is to help them learn, to help them develop. But the parents can't do their part at home when there's no jobs. They have to travel miles and miles and miles away to provide for the family. This is why when you become successful, you need to come back and make establishments to have a reasonable home living life, a reasonable, you know.
I'm sorry, baby.
No, this is
that's my daughter talking.
But you see, but this is why I feel like your values and your morals is what will help. This is what I feel like it even should be a question. Are you going to give back to the hood when you become successful? I feel like you should. I feel like it takes a village to raise these children. I feel like you should be giving back. It shouldn't even be a thought, because we've been put on this earth to help each other. But what we forget, I feel like, is everyone sees tunnel vision to get to the money, but people forget, what are you going to do once you get that money? Buy clothes, buy your weave, buy your Jordans or whatever. Like, no, like when you get the money, what's the next step? And people don't think about the next step because they're struggling so hard to just get there. They work their whole life just to get there, and that's so like, it's so detrimental to our community.
You know, and it's sad too, because I was talking to this young brother the other day, and he was asking me something about how to get involved with something or whatever, and I was like, yeah, just set up an account, you know, on this website and blah 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 blah, you know, and add your checking information too. He was like, I don't have a checking account.
Yes.
I was like, bro, so why you ain't got no checking account? He's like, oh, why I need a checking account?
Check cashing.
I was like, do you got PayPal? No, I don't have PayPal. Oh, okay. He's like, oh man, I deal with cash. You know, cash I make is on the street. You know what I'm saying? Such. Yes. And he, you know, he was boasting about what he was making on the street. But I'm like, you don't have a checking account. He doesn't know how to write out a check. These are basic skills that's very important for anybody to know. You know what I'm saying? For all of us to know. You know what I'm saying? How to balance the checkbook, writing out a check, simple things. You know what I'm saying? How to set up a PayPal account. You know, and like these basic life skills, a lot of these kids don't have. You know, and again, because why? Because it's so important for them. Just, you know, like, let me get on my cell phone and Google this. Let me get on my cell phone and YouTube this or whatever like that. It's like nobody is having actual person-to-person contact with kids like they used to teach them, to really sit down and teach them things. And it's funny to me, and I'm gonna show y'all some clips. All right, so don't get upset. It's about to be a little R-rated, but I'm gonna show you some clips of where children, today's youth, is possibly learning from. Now I'm gonna show you a clip of Nicki Minaj actually speaking about the youth and telling girls to go out there and get your masters and their bachelors. And then I'm gonna show you another clip of Cardi B of what she's telling the youth to do.
Bring it. Bring it.
Tell me what you think. I want y'all to be honest. Keep it 100. And again, our phone lines are open. You can call in at 646-233-1302. Again, that's 646-233-1302. Here's the first clip. What do you think about Nicki Minaj?
If you bitches don't have a job, if you're not in school, get you a fucking sugar daddy. Get you an old, white, married motherfucker. 18, if you bitches don't have a job, if you're not in school, get you a fucking sugar daddy.
Okay, that's Cardi B.
Boy.
That's what Cardi B tells the kids. Okay, and before you go in, yo, wait a minute.
Oh,
here's
my
Nicki
God.
Minaj. Here's Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I want them bloody shoes, huh?
Say about you, but they can't take it from you. Stop giving your goodies away to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. They ain't worth it. Barbs, I really am serious. And if you're not in school, be an entrepreneur. But don't be running around begging these niggas for nothing. Okay? Okay? When you see me, show me your bachelors and your masters. That's the best thing you could do for me as my fan. If you fuck with me, go out there and be ambitious. Go out there and really get shit done. And stop depending on motherfuckers and having niggas kick you to the motherfucking curb and telling you to... I gotta say this. Earn what you...
I am a Nicki fan.
Well,
No.
Let's analyze this here, and I'm
No.
curious to see what comments y'all are saying about both takes. One on Cardi B and one on Nicki Minaj.
Pause.
Cardi B I showed first.
Huge
Nicki Minaj I showed
pause.
second.
Huge
There's
pause.
a difference.
No.
The young Thundercat.
No. First, no. You need to put this into context first. I gotta cut you off first.
Of
Put this
course.
into context first. Cardi is not talking to the kids. Cardi just blew up, okay? So she hasn't had an international audience. She hasn't had a bigger audience, as big of an audience as Nicki and the other one. So I don't know where Cardi was at for that, but she's talking to a grown group of people, okay? Her platform was not kids. Her platform was adults, okay? Now, with Nicki's an international star. Nicki has a huge fan base. So people who are paying to go to her concerts are majority kids, okay? Because Nicki has done collaborations with Ariana Grande, Jessie J. So, like, they appeal to kids, too. So, Nicki's platform is to kids, and she's talking to the kids, obviously. That place looked huge. That place looked like it was, like, a big sold-out stadium.
You're making excuses for Cardi B.
And let me get something
First,
done.
that's a grown-ass woman. That's a grown-ass woman whose voice is very powerful now. Who a lot of kids are hanging on to everything she says. You got little kids, 9 years old, walking around in bloody shoes, They're hanging on to every word Cardi B says. So when you say something like that, that's very impressionable to a young person listening to it.
Let me hop on that.
And that's all over.
And when
YouTube.
you're done, let me hop on.
Cardi has changed, though. Cardi's growing as an artist. She recently came out and said, okay, now I understand who my fan base is. Now I understand who there are young girls looking up at me. So now I want to be a good example to them and encourage good things, this, that, and the third. But she recently just said that. But like I said, Cardi just blew up. She's talking to probably like the strippers. Hello, she came out the strip club. She's talking about people. She's talking to a grown audience.
You want to go?
Let me hop on that. Let me hop on that.
Let me get some.
And again, shout out to Danielle Spencer. She joined the FB Live right now.
Queen Danielle, what's up?
Yes. Shout out to Danielle. Y'all know her from the television show What's Happening. She made a point. And Karen, we're going to read some of your points too. She said Nicki's message about getting your education and making a living is great. It's the delivery that's crazy. And okay, I agree with that. Let's clap that up.
Can you say Karen's comments too?
Yes.
She put 3 comments.
Yes. Let's read Karen's comments.
Karen says Cardi B is new.
Okay.
She blew up quick. Give her some time. And Nicki just got on this new kick. And she just got off the pole. Give her some time. I see her growth. Thank you, Karen. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
She blew up in like 6 months. Give her some time.
I'm riding with you. She just got off the pole, but I'm saying, come on, man. Get you a sugar daddy.
Say it was right. I didn't say it was right. But I mean, hey, how else? Cardi made her money in the strip club to help her family, and now she's doing more. She's saying it. Let her grow. Go ahead, Julian.
Let me hop on that. I get it. Cardi's a new upcoming artist. She's just arrived. Hello, it's 2018. But regardless of background, stripper or no stripper, my thing is this. If you don't know who your audience is, you still got to be mindful that you now are on a platform and everybody is listening, bruh. Everybody is listening.
Thank you.
So
Drop
when
the
you
bomb
gonna
on
go
yourself,
say,
young squire.
yo,
I got him.
when you gonna say some loose derogatory stuff like that and not be cognitive about the fact that you impacting everybody that's listening, even if a 6-7-year-old that has access to like mom and dad's iPad, that's crazy because that's where it breaks down the home and that's where it breaks down the community. To say go get you a sugar daddy. Now, why we in this day and age being loose when we could all get a job and work for our money and have more pride in the fact that we getting our money and not getting it from somebody else for like a shady favor? What's up with that?
Because we're a microwave generation and we like immediate satisfaction.
And look,
that's BS.
We're taking it too
lightly. I don't like immediate satisfaction. I'm a part of this generation too. I take pride in earning everything that I got and working just as hard as the next person that might be older than me to get to where I need to be.
See, my whole thing is we taking away from the fact that music is very, very impressionable. Yes. Very impressionable. And music evokes emotion. So there's certain things you can say in a song, you can get people amped up. I remember when Annie Up came out from MOP.
Mash out
Annie
posse.
Up, drop that fool. Annie Up, kidnap that fool. Cats used to play that before they go rob somebody. They used to play that song in the car to get them amped up before they go rob somebody. You know what I'm saying? So now if you're talking about just like what's this new song? F 'em till I get some money. What is it?
Cardi.
But how it go?
Fuck 'em, then I get some money.
Yeah, F 'em, then I get some money.
Then I get some money.
Yeah, F 'em, then I get some money. You know what I'm saying? So basically, this is what I'm saying about the messages we sending and what we allow our youth to listen to. You know.
Sorry, can I say something really quick?
Go ahead.
I wanted
please.
to shout out for Deanna Williams on YouTube. She says giving back doesn't necessarily mean moving back.
That's my baby Ty. I see you, baby.
Shout out. Someone said, say that again.
Giving back doesn't necessarily mean moving back.
And this was on our YouTube platform because we are live on YouTube as well. We're live on Twitter right now. We're live on Periscope right now. We are live on Ustream. We are live on WBKS1.com. And also, we're on the TuneIn app if you have the TuneIn app. No, I respect that. I respect that.
We're gonna,
giving back doesn't necessarily mean moving back. Go ahead, Will.
We're going to stick a pin in Ty, pin it up because I want to go back to right.
Yeah. Yes, sorry.
Honorary daughter. Honorary daughter. How old is Cardi B? How old is she?
She's like 25.
My daughter. How old are you?
23. Hear you. I hear you.
So wait a minute. Wait. No. I listen. I was patient. So you're telling me that bull crap that came out of her mouth would never ever come out of your mouth, producer of the show, college education, and the plug. Okay? This 23-year-old who after the show I go to her and be like, could you tell me how to get a sponsorship? Could you tell me how to work my Twitter device? Blah, blah, blah. Who tells me it's more than just Dawood, you come to the show and you run your mouth. You're the person that tells me you got to do more work. You gotta be more. You understand? You got to be more focused. How in the world can you, of all people, be behind that? Your platform is much smaller. Your worldview is much smaller, but yet you're cognizant of the images that you deliver. That's number one. You said number one. Number two, you said she was talking to adults. So now you're telling me that you want to tell grown women that it's okay to be a hoe and objectify yourself.
That doesn't make it better.
When you yourself don't. You are an attractive woman, but all I see is my daughter and business.
Right.
Do you wear spandex and hoochie mama crap and sit between these grown men? Do you not hold your own? Huh? Do you are you silly and ineffectual and thottish?
You do.
Or do you come in here and regulate? Come on.
Yeah, clap that up. You do have a certain responsibility. You do once you reach a certain level, especially once you reach a certain level. And shout out, that's why I got so much respect. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I used to always go back and forth. He was one of my favorite rappers. I got so much respect for JayZ because he's a prime example of giving back to the hood. And there's a lot of other rappers too whose name I'm not mentioning right now, and I'll read them off later or whatever. Or yo, if you want to look that up. But there's a lot of rappers that really truly give back, and they're more conscious about what they say now because you know why? They're making money now. They're not about that life.
Right.
And some people feel as though because they get in this game, this rap game, this music game, let me still perpetuate, that I'm still a part of this life. That I'm still out here slinging dope. That I'm still out here toting the guns and all this.
That you're still a boy.
Yeah. They want to act like that. They want to perpetuate that. But they're not even like that anymore. They're changed totally. You know what I'm saying? They living in beautiful houses, got beautiful cars, where they got security
and responsibility.
Get up every day, go to the studio, whatever. But they still feel as though they got to rap about that life. JayZ, if you listen to his new album, he talks about how he evolved. He talks about that instead of investing in buying cases of Ciroc and cases of what else?
Bel Air.
Bel Air and all of that.
Yes, do say though.
Let's invest in a painting. Buy a painting that's the value is gonna appreciate after years. You know what I'm saying? Not depreciate. This is what he's speaking about now. You got to get to a point where you're involved. And I get it. Cardi just started. I get it. But because she's on the rise so fast, again, it's a microwave society. Kids are following her fast. Kids are hanging on to every word she says like that.
Exactly.
So F them, then I get some money.
Oh my God.
Let my little niece walk around the house or walk around somewhere saying that, or my little goddaughter or something. F them, then I get some money.
Let her.
Now any of y'all listening, if y'all heard that, y'all would black out. Karen, you probably would put them on a serious timeout if you heard your little niece or your little daughter talking about F them, man, I get some money.
I grab that soap so fast and I start scrubbing that tongue off. Like, you're not gonna be saying this and thinking it's cool.
But it's not new though. Don't act like they're wearing little girls throwing booty bouncing in the music videos and wearing provocative clothing. This has been the culture for years. It's nothing new.
We know.
But this is what's grabbing the audience, though. This is what's getting you a fan base. But nothing is wrong with using your platform to spew positivity, to spew encouragement and knowledge.
We know it's nothing new, and I understand that because I agree with you on that. It's nothing new, but it's becoming too common and too popular in today's society. Hasn't the music culture no.
Are you saying are you saying the music culture has a different impact than it had that before? Is that what you're saying?
Hip hop, rap, and music in general was more influential. It had more of a subliminal understanding to where when you listen to a song, especially when you listen to R&B love songs, it wasn't about getting straight to the point and being all explicit about it. You had to really think and break down the context of what is he saying. You know what I'm saying?
That's
nowadays music, they just getting straight to the point, loose goose
That's
Popping
not
for
what I'm
apples, all
asking.
that.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, is the music culture, does it have more of an impact than it did back in the day? Because don't like we're all saying, music always was provocative. It always, hip-hop always was provocative from start. So are we saying that is music reaching a broader audience now than it was back in the day?
Listen, there was more of a variety in music. Like we talked about yesterday, there was more of a balance. So for every Luke and 2 Live Crew and NWA, you had Poor Righteous Teachers, and you had KRS-One, etc. That's my first point. The second point, we have always had hoes and we have always had thoughts.
Yep.
Right? Sluts are supposed to be ashamed. Twerking belongs in a strip club. Hoeing and slutting and everything else, that has always been around, but it has always had its place. Never in my life have I seen people put on, like on a job application, I'm a hoe. I suck D, and that's how I got on, and I'm famous because of that, and this is now my job. I make money. Listen, hoes made money, right? But hoes made money on the DL, on the QT. You understand what I'm saying? Pimping and hoeing was a subculture. Now pimping and hoeing is a culture. This music industry is pimping us as a people. We are whores. We are whores to this game.
And
we hoes.
Let's read some.
Not even about a bitch.
We gotta read these.
And real quick, shout out to the fam. Cool V on the check-in right now. Cool V said the problem is bigger than music. Salute.
I hear you. Paula says Cardi B spoke like a hoe. Being in the public eyes comes with a certain responsibility. You have to be conscious of your public statements. It's all about conscious vibrations. Vaughn says you're like you said, the problem is bigger than music.
Salute to Cool V.
Ellen D. Smith says, I hear you, Norm. JayZ is a middle-aged married father of 3. Cardi B literally just came out. Give her some time. Don't underestimate the youth.
I love Cardi.
The NWA.
And I'm a Cardi fan, and I love her. How about
Cardi.
that?
But
she got to do better.
But come on, not sugar daddy comment.
Shout out Chill.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
Go ahead. What's the shout out with Chill?
Yeah, shout out Chill. But let's be honest. Sometimes, no matter how much you change, the streets need to be respected. Haters are hating just because you made it out the hood, so you can support without being on the front line. Oh, hear you.
Jay Gray.
Hear you.
Salute.
Danielle, knowledge is power. It's a process for some people to realize this, but they are a product of their environment. When you know better, you do better. Hello?
Queen Danielle.
Facts. And then Julius, shout out to Julius. He's always loyal to us. Go Get a Sugar Daddy is not spewing knowledge. Boogie Down Productions, X-Clan, Public Enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
There was balance in the music.
Yeah, shout out Miss General. Hey, you a sugar daddy is not what you tell young women. Oh, get a sugar daddy.
And that's Mrs. General talking. Thank you.
And can I tell you something? Like, I get what y'all saying. Hold on. You got a caller. Caller from the 908. State your name, where you calling from. You on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Yo, what's up, man? This is Chill. I was checking y'all out this morning, you know what I'm saying, while I'm riding. And this is a great topic. Y'all doing a great job, too.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to give y'all love, but I wanted to add on to what I had said, because there are some people that have made it successful, but I hate to say it, their reputations may have been in the street before they made it successful, and the streets are unforgiving. And that's what I meant by that. Somebody like Chief Keef, who tried to move out of Chicago, and I'm just using him as an example. He's a young man, a rapper, and I don't know if he changed or if he's still about it, I don't know. But even if he did change, he couldn't necessarily go back to Chicago because there's still a bunch of ignorant Negroes that still might try to get at him. So what I meant by that is he can put his money into the community other ways without being on the front line with it. But you should always go back and support where you was from. Now, whether they accept it or not, who knows, who cares? But you just do what you got to do. Because you know the deal, Storm. There's a lot of people that subliminally give that we don't know nothing about.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
No, so basically that's all I'm saying. But you got to get back. And that's why I know you're talking about the music industry, but somebody like a LeBron James, a JayZ, we don't know what they're doing. And you see how LeBron pulled all his people up that he went to school with. He educated. That's what you should do.
Yes.
And that's what I don't get about us. We always pulling somebody down. We always looking to hate on someone who becomes successful, and then if you are successful, be willing to share how you became that way. Don't just suck up all your knowledge and act like I made it. Absolutely. You gotta make it on your own.
Absolutely.
So basically, that's all I wanted to say, man. Y'all keep up the great job. Yo, I don't know, your hair look nice, man. It's looking real lovely on there. It's lit.
Thank you, appreciate you.
Yo, salute, fam. Salute. Thanks for calling in, man.
All right, man. I'm back on the grind. Continue with what y'all doing, man. I'm looking at y'all. I got
chill, real quick, man. You know what Cardi B said was, come on, bruh. That's a little irresponsible right there.
It's very, it is, but I think someone in the chat brought up a great point. She got to learn. And we don't know who's behind. Right now, she's still got that mentality. Somebody, when she get to a certain level, somebody going to pull her coattails and hip her to the game. I'm going to chalk that up to being naive and young to the game. I know a lot of y'all out there probably is not thinking that, but I'm going to chalk it up to that. I'm going to give her a pass temporarily.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to tell you why I still am not giving her a pass. I'm not rocking with the, she just started. Give her time. Certain things are just common sense. Common sense. Come on now. Common sense. Even strip. She was a stripper, right? I get it.
Yeah.
Strippers are very smart. They know how to make that money. They got common sense on certain ways to do. It's just common sense. You don't get up there and you see kids. There were kids in that audience too. You see kids in the audience, and you talking about go out there and get you a sugar daddy and blah 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 whatever. Like, come on, man, it's irresponsible.
And chill before you go.
I ain't rocking with her on
that. Chill before you go. You're talking about the game in the streets, and I hear you. The Kennedys, right, back in the day, sold the crack of their day, right? The crack of their day was illegal alcohol, right? So they were illegal. They were crack runners. They were drug dealers. What did they do? They found a way to go legit. I know the streets are real, but they found a way to go legit. Now, when the United States government dumped drugs into the community and made money to build the country off of our backs.
Speak on it.
It was legitimized. So I'm not saying the game is not hard, but this whole country has been jacked by people that used to be criminals. So guess what? If we was criminals, now we not. You were right about haters, about crabs in a barrel, about the post-traumatic slave syndrome that we have as people. But just like they did, just like the Irish, just like the Italians, just like the Jews had a subculture of criminality, somehow they managed to flip and go legit. But when it comes time for us to go legit, we can't. The game is hard. Stop.
Yeah. Clap that up, man.
Hey, listen, man. I'm rolling. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. I'm loving the show and everything that's going on, and I appreciate y'all, man. And one of these mornings, when I'm off my car, I might sneak up there and get in there.
That's right.
No doubt, man. Salute.
We got a mic waiting for you.
Secure the bag.
All right, fam.
That's right.
Yeah, I know we missing some comments. Again, if you want to call in, the phone number is 646-233-1302. This is the official Man Cave Morning Show, and we are talking about, do you have a responsibility to the hood once you leave and become successful? And call if you want to chime in on that, because I know we want to dip into our next topic as well. So we still, you still could chime in on this one, but the next one is going to get underneath people's skin. I see it already has. I look at Instagram responses. I look at Twitter responses. I see things on Facebook posted about this. And this is something we're going to talk about today. Was H&M's ad done with malicious intent? Do you think H&M's ad was done with malicious intent? And in case you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to shout out to Danielle Spencer too, because she actually posted this on yesterday's topic on the page and everything. We're talking about this ad right here. So you see right now,
go ahead.
That's a young kid. The shirt reads,
"Go ahead."
Coolest monkey in the jungle.
The hoodie reads again.
Coolest monkey in the jungle.
Coolest monkey in the jungle. Okay, wow. So, I'm going to ask it again. Do you think that ad was done with malicious intent? Let's go, Julian.
I'm gonna have to say yes on that. And like we previously discussed before the show started, we know that the campaign was geared towards the European hemisphere. But one comment or one opinion that I had was racism doesn't change wherever you go. It's worldwide. Black people are still black in America. Black people will still be black when they go to China or the UK or South America or Australia. How we receive people and what we say is what's going to determine whether it's derogative or slang or if it's, you know, outright landish disrespect. So I think the campaign might have been a little underprepared as for the magnitude that it was going to have with the effect of the slogan on the shirt. So this is why they're getting so much backlash from, you know, this campaign. So their PR team and the fashion team, I believe, should have did a little bit more of a diligent job with, you know, thinking this over before they actually ran it.
Yeah, let's clap that up.
Can I give a little context before you all dive into this?
Please.
So a little context is H&M has a whole line. It's not only this hoodie, it's this green hoodie. There's another orange hoodie that says, sorry, 1 second. It's another hoodie that says expert jungle master or something. Hold on 1 second. But anyway, it's an orange hoodie that says something else, and then it's a third hoodie that has different animal prints on it, okay? And I'm actually on this H&M site now, and it's just a whole line of animal prints, okay? Oh, here you go. Survival expert. All right, and that had a white model in a white model little kid in that hoodie. So I'm on the H&M site right now, and it's just a whole different. This is different animals, dinosaurs, you know. It's just a whole line of hoodies and a whole line of hoodie sets. It's like a hoodie and then some pants on the bottom, and when you hover over it, that's where the model pops up. You see this the same little boy is wearing other hoodies on the site. Continue, you guys can continue now.
Okay, so go ahead. Woo, I know you want to dive into this, man. And again, I see that there's a lot of uproar from a lot of celebrities and famous people and everything. And I know The Weeknd actually had an endorsement with H&M. And let me see if I can pull up his comment. This is The Weeknd's comment right here. All right, so this comes from The Weeknd's Twitter. The Weeknd said, "Woke up this morning shocked and embarrassed by this photo. I'm deeply offended and will not be working with H&M anymore." Do we applaud him? Yes.
You see, Woo didn't go off. Yeah, he wants. Let me put everything out. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this to set him off. You ready? So, I saw online that when they did the hoodie, they took the picture off. And they were saying like, oh, in their press release, they were just like, oh, we are deeply sorry. Do you have the press release here? Hold on. I think I have it right here as well.
And shout out to Vaughn Lee. He says, obvious that there is no way to have a positive response to that ad. See, I think the higher ups at H&M, and I know this is just crazy, they're blaming it on just ignorance to the fact. You know, we're in the UK, whatever. We thought it was cute. A kid, black kid, in a hoodie. You know, what did it say again? The something.
Coolest monkey in the
jungle. The coolest monkey in the jungle, or whatever. Yeah. Okay. So for years and years, besides being called, nigger, for years and years, porch monkeys. Excuse me. I'm gonna say that again. Porch monkeys. And this is all over the world. This is all what porch monkey is a derogatory term towards us in all parts of the world. So there's no way in hell you could not know that, you know, having a little black kid with a hoodie on that says the coolest monkey in the jungle is not offensive. There's no way in hell. So they gets no pass from me either.
Yeah, H&M apologized and they said, oh, we took the picture off the site. Now, like I said, when you're on the site and you hover over the sweatshirt, the model pops up. So first you see the sweatshirt, nobody's in it. Then you hover over it, and then the model pops up. They did remove the popped up hover of the model, but you can still buy the hoodie. You still can get the hoodie. You can still get all the hoodies on the site. Okay, so
I'm having a moment over here.
Okay.
I felt like that was gonna set you off. When I said that.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
Go ahead.
Deacon Woo. No. Deacon Woo.
I wanted to say that to set you off.
Go ahead, Woo. Get him.
Man, look, Jack. Let me tell you something. If you had a T-shirt, right, that a group of Italians could deem offensive, I don't know. We'll just make up a term, booga booga. Let's say that over in England, booga booga mean real cool person, but in America, it was offensive to the Italian population. You would have Italian people screaming from the rafters to get this taken care of post-haste. If you had some term that was offensive to the Asian community, right? That in some areas it wasn't offensive and in other areas it was. If you had a Jewish, some slogan that was offensive to the Jewish community, let me tell you something, corporations in 2017. When you're dealing with African Americans, you better do your due diligence like you do for every other ethnic group and every other group of people that you've been dealing with. Go on other times when you could tell me that you don't know. They got social media, they got millennials, they got advertising experts and such. Miss me with this passive aggressive racist bullcrap, then you want to excuse it. No. You are getting curbed, H&M. No black people are going to buy your stuff, H&M. You're going to have to come back to the black community on your hands and knees with scholarship money and I'm sorry and every other. I don't care. First of all, I do think it's malicious because you're not going to tell me a multinational conglomerate doesn't know something about advertising. Here's a clue. Don't say watermelon. Don't say monkey. Don't say nigga. Don't say none of that stuff and put it next to a black person. Don't tell me you don't know this. Please don't tell me. Because trust me, you know every anti-Semitic term, slur, slight, or whatever. You know things that Asians take offense to. So guess what in 2017? You gonna learn today what this $1 trillion African-American economy can do. Just like the NFL learned. H&M, you're gonna learn. You gonna learn. Miss me with that. Stop with the excuses. Officer, I did not know I ran the red light. Your ass is getting a ticket.
Right.
Oh, I didn't mean to kill somebody because I got drunk. I was impaired. You're getting charged with murder.
Right,
you're charged and you're found guilty.
Right.
H&M.
Yeah, let's clap that up, man. No, I feel you on that, Woo. And shout out to LeBron James as well. He was completely shocked and pissed off at this whole situation with H&M. It says, H&M, you got us all wrong, and we ain't going for it. Straight up. Enough about y'all and more of what I see when I look at this photo. I see a young king, the ruler of the world.
Thank you.
An untouchable force that can never be denied. We as African Americans will always have to break barriers, prove people wrong, and work even harder to prove we belong. But guess what? That's what we love because the benefits at the end of the road are so beautiful. And he hashtags live, laugh, love with a heart and hashtags love my people. Let's clap it up for LeBron.
King James speaks.
And this was added to his post right here. So that's the King Diddy had posted this as well. But that just shows him in the light to where he really should be, presented as a king. And,
exactly.
Yeah, this is my whole thought. When this whole thing happened and everything, I sat up here, me as a businessman, I said, I wonder what that boardroom at H&M was like the next day. The head exec, the advertising marketing execs probably sat around, and then the key dude probably said, guys, we dropped the ball on this one.
You certainly did. You certainly did.
I think we messed up.
You
Yes,
played
you did.
yourself, mates.
How could we? How did this happen? How could we let this happen? Again, y'all know what the hell y'all was doing. Y'all had to know that putting a black kid in a hoodie that references a monkey was going to cause and stir up some problems, some beef. And to y'all probably so fickle, y'all probably feel as though, you know, any attention is good. You know, this may cause something. You don't even know how these marketing people think. They may think like, you know what, this will get us relevant again.
Now, I'm gonna play devil's advocate with tweets that I saw on Twitter about this. Okay,
don't.
It's gonna set Woo off, I know, but
say it, because I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna
play devil's advocate with tweets off Twitter. Okay, so I'm just gonna. It's a whole thread, but I'm gonna read into them, and we can just stop, take pauses.
Go ahead.
Nameless Wing, that's his @ name. Just the fact that with so many people involved, nobody thought it would result like this. But I guess that's because I, unlike a lot of Europeans, am deep in U.S. culture. Where some people see the word monkey on the shirt of a black kid, others just see a kid in a shirt. I don't think that the people who are getting mad about this, Americans, realize how disconnected Europeans are from them. There isn't that much talk about race here. I mean, in France, where I am, the concept of race is racist by default. It's just colors to us.
A European who invented the slave trade?
Do I got a boo sound effect?
Listen, did he just say as a European? What did he say? What's his name? Joshua?
Joshua.
Look at what Danielle said.
Joshua.
Look at what Danielle said.
Yo, we can't keep making excuses about that disconnect, man. Everybody got to do their due diligence to just be connected and know what's going on. If you're going to release something, you got to know how it's going to affect where you live at and how it's going to affect the other people that don't live where you live at. Because you sending the message, and you might send the wrong message with the innocent intention, but it's going to get misconstrued if you don't do your proper research. And that's all that happened. They just messed up. Why the shirt? Sorry. Why couldn't the shirt just say "King of the Jungle"? Boom. Yeah. I would have bought that for my son or my godson, or
I would have took offense to jungle. Just put king on it. I ain't putting no jungle next to no black boy.
I'm gonna say this right now, and Danielle said earlier. Let's not forget there were human coups in Europe back in the day.
And she said,
"I'm gonna need 4 acres and a meal from H&M."
Exactly.
My queen, I'm gonna need 8 acres.
Exactly.
Just like ignorance of the law is no excuse.
It is not.
And another reason why African American history needs to be part of high school curriculum and college curriculum.
Hey world. There's a new $1 trillion woke demographic. It's called the African American. And we're going to take our dollars and crush you by taking them away. So you better go down to Rutgers North, talk to my mentor, Dr. Wendell Holbrook, who is the chair of African American Studies, and take you a couple of classes. Because if you take us for granted, we will take you for granted and make you disappear with our dollars. We are a demographic, and we are going to be respected. We are a force to be reckoned with. Just check out the upcoming election. See who's going to be president next time they come up.
True indeed.
We here.
Hey,
it's 2017.
Now, here's the other question. And again, hear me out. Can they make this right? Not with just an apology. Can we read the apology from them too? Because they did issue an apology.
They can make it right. They can.
How can they make this right? Where you would say, okay, you know what I'm saying, you're forgiven. Not forgotten, but you're forgiven. How can they make this right? Or can they make this right?
I need an advertising campaign.
Okay.
Right? Listen. That went as viral as this boy in a monkey shirt. So you can go ahead and need to figure out how the advertising campaign is going to get to as many eyes as this one did, right? I need you to go on an apology tour, right? And I need you to make investments in my community, education, scholarships, paying somebody's rent, whatever we come together and we decide we can get the best and the brightest. Call Cornell West and Farrakhan, you understand, and tell them to go there and see. So it is possible that you make it right. So I don't want to, but you messed up. You messed up, and I'm calling you on it. I am not singing Kumbaya and we are the world and everything is okay, because it is not. If you offend us, we're going to take our financial dollars and offend you, just like every other cooperative economic group does.
Yeah, clap that up. Danielle said nope.
Respect, Queen. Respect.
Yeah, no,
nope.
they
That-
definitely. Okay.
Respect.
This is what they said.
So here's the apology
I
that
can't
they
find
issued.
the full press release on their site, but it says, "We understand that many people are upset about the image. We who work at H&M can only agree. We are deeply sorry that the picture was taken, and we also regret the actual print. Therefore, we have not only removed the image from our channels, which they did not, but also the garment from our product offering globally. It is obvious that our routines have not been followed properly. This is without any doubt. We will thoroughly investigate why this happened to prevent this type of mistake from happening again."
And I'm sorry, and we're letting you off light. Did you see the Women's March when Donald Trump was elected president? Did you see that 1 million women were on the Capitol the week later? Okay, so me yelling and screaming over a microphone, baby, listen, you getting off light, H&M, right? Because if I get my Thundercats over here and the general over here to get some hashtag campaign, you know what I mean, some type of viral thing, you'll be sunk. I'm just telling you, right? Make it right, fast.
Can I go back to the tweet thread real quick? So he asked, but I have to ask, is the world disconnected from the U.S. or is the U.S. disconnected from the rest of the world? It seems that the U.S. has a lot of scars that still need stitching, but it also seems to me that it does have a lot of growing up to do too, especially with so much weight on his shoulders. Non-issues like those should not be such a big deal.
Is this a European saying this?
Yeah, he's from France.
He's from France?
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me this person from France, where human trafficking is so the stats for human trafficking is astronomical over there. It is. It's crazy over there. So you mean to tell me he can't relate? He can't relate. He's using the old, well, you Americans, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that over here. It's worse.
I hear you.
It's worse.
No, I hear you, because this person responded. Let me see. Having lived in the U.S. and different parts of the world, places outside the U.S. seem to relatively inert as far as race is concerned, mostly because oppressed people aren't as vocal as in the U.S. They internalize racism and prejudice and just learn to live with it and be quiet about it. And this is why it seems that there is no racism.
Hold on.
Wow.
Read that last quote again.
There you go.
They do what?
Read that
They
again.
internalize racism and prejudice and just learn to live with it and be quiet about it. And this is why it seems that there is no racism.
Is that a black person or a white person that said that? Can you see?
I'm curious.
She has fair skin. One second.
Okay, let's just see.
Oh, hello. Plot twist.
And she's a PhD.
PhD.
Yeah, that comment came from a PhD.
Yeah.
African woman. right?
African American.
Bojo Siga Monto. She's African.
Yeah, but see, and that's
Canadian,
my whole point. You know what I'm saying? Like it's silenced.
They don't have a voice. Like oppressed people don't have across seas. They have an oppressed voice. They can't speak on problems like this. That's why maybe the U.S. may seem disconnected, because we can speak. We have free speech relative to other countries. Like, we can talk bad about Trump. We can tweet bad about. In other countries, you say anything about you're gonna get got. Okay.
Let me add to
gonna
that.
Hang you.
You're gonna
Let
get
me
got.
add to
Shoot
that.
you.
No doubt.
That is also because net neutrality laws are very different as you go continent to continent, country to country. So again, as Americans here, we have to be very appreciative of the things of high value that we so take for granted every day.
We do.
We take a lot for granted, and we're so engaged. Disengaged.
Let me piggyback off of what you're saying, and I agree that I understand what it means to be an American. But let me tell you something about the European, about the Englishman and the Frenchman, even though I'm not.
ahead.
Let me tell you something about them. When they are upset about labor law practices, right? The amount of time that they have on their work week, how much vacation time they get off. what happens to their money and their government and how the money is used.
Right.
Do you know what I'm sorry for yelling. Do you know what Europeans do? They stop the entire country, right? That is why they have free education. They got free medical care. They got all of this free stuff. The issue is
taxes is high as hell though, but go ahead.
Their taxes are high as hell, but sit against some of ours. And we could take some of that money from the defense budget, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But here's the issue. When a European finds an issue important, the entire government stops. France, Europe, when they're in the uprising about the euro and pulling out of the European Union, and when they make a change in government, etc. But here's the issue. They don't feel that issue is important. Okay? So you need to miss me with the freedoms that I have over here and who's vocal and who's not. The European, look at European childcare and look at the European educational system. It far surpasses ours, even though they have less money to do it. Now, the upper education system, the colleges and whatever, is superior in America.
Right.
But the lower level education system is phenomenal because the people spoke out. You got the nerve to tell me that as a people I can't speak out? Miss me with that. Sorry. Yep. Try again.
Yeah. I gotta say, man, no pass, man, for H&M. When I really think about it, I'm like, you can't be that ignorant to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? What's been going on for years and years and years. Yeah, they're gonna. Go ahead.
Shout out to Julius Gray. He says those execs don't give a damn. Bad publicity to them is good publicity.
Yes.
And let me piggyback off that. When you type in H&M.com, you don't get into the site yet. They have all the countries. They have Africa, Asia, Europe, Middle East, North and South America, Oceania. You think that this little hoodie is going to affect any of the operations that they're doing right now? The United States can just cut ties from H&M because of all this. But they still got Africa, Asia, Europe, Middle East, Oceania here. You think they give to a rat's butt?
Hold on.
Like,
can I add to what you're saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Being the only foreigner that grew up in another country before I came to the US, I will say, from the Guyanese perspective of viewing fashion and viewing things of popularity, speaking from the outside looking in as far as fashion is concerned, with, you know, the statement that you just made, yes, on their site, they're making it very public that they're worldwide. But if America pulls away from H&M and makes it less trendy, the rest of the world will follow.
Because we set the trends.
For example, Armani Exchange, Gucci, Versace, all those companies, they're very heavy here, but they're also worldwide. And being a foreigner, when I see things that are popular in America, it creates an impulse where I want it. I feel like, all right, this is popping in America, so to be updated with the mogul of the Western Hemisphere, I have to have that so I can be in fashion too. Von Dutch,
how it affects their bottom
when
line.
Von Dutch was popping, apple bottom jeans was popping, you best believe every Guyanese female that was just as young as I was had apple bottom jeans. Von Dutch hats popping. Ed Hardy popping.
Yeah, and clap that up, man.
Respect, Thundercat. Respect.
Actually, to add on to what he's saying, with the Black Lives Matter movement, that's overseas as well. That movement is overseas as well.
Yep.
And once, you know, we grew that movement over here, they followed suit. They follow suit over there overseas as well. So he's right. You know, if America pulls out, says, you know what, we not rocking with H&M no more, blah 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 blah. Oh, granted, they still gonna make their money.
Yeah.
Because there's a huge number of racist people that don't care about our plight,
right,
and what we go through. So they still gonna go support H&M. But if America does pull out, it will hurt their dollar.
And
hurt.
as we know, African Americans are American culture. What we say is popular and what we say is trendy is what it is, right?
Yep.
So we're always at the tip of the spear in terms of popularity, music, fashion, etc. So that's number one. Number two, all people of color everywhere. right? Let's get a little Pan-African here. Haitian, Jamaican, Trinidadian, Guyanese, South American,
Talk about
African, whatever. Let me tell you what you are. You are a person of color, right? And racism is a scourge that affects the entire planet. Okay? So what we need to do, all people of color need to come together. That's Haitians with Jamaicans, Jamaicans with Africans, African Americans with Guyanese, etc. And instead of being pimped, right? Because we are popular culture, okay? They're taking over rap as we speak. Just like they took over rock and roll, and just like they took over jazz, and just like they took over the fashion industry, right? What they do is they take our trend and they make money off of it. Stop it, Shaka. What we're going to do, is take our money and invest it back in ourselves.
True indeed.
Because we take our money and we make companies that don't care about us, like Timberland Rich. You follow what I'm saying? So come on now, y'all millennials, come on now, get the hashtags going and all that stuff that y'all do, and let's get the movement going.
Yo, clap that up.
Come on, man.
Facts.
Can I just say,
yes,
when you type in hashtag HM racist on Twitter, we are that top tweet. Hello? We are on the top tweet right now. We are streaming live on Twitter, streaming live on Periscope.
Man Cave Morning Show.
Trending on
bang,
Twitter.
Bang, 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 bang.
So if you go on Twitter, hashtag HM racist, right up on top. Right up on top.
That's what's up.
Just
That's
letting you
Norm,
guys
I
know.
love this technology. Norm, I love it.
Hey, look, man, we just here to bring the truth from our perspective and our own experience. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is claiming to be no professors here, or to know it all, but we just basically speak on our experience in life, and that's what I love about this show. This show is for real people. You know, this is a show for you, for real people and everything. But shout out to everybody right now that's listening to the Man Cave Morning Show. Whatever platform you are checking us out live on, whether it be Twitter, Periscope, Ustream, WBKS1.com, the parent site, Facebook, the TuneIn app. Did I forget something?
There's just so many.
Yeah. So just we appreciate everybody. We coming at you every morning with something to talk about. And again, yesterday we was talking about reality TV, Ratchet TV, and right after the show we got an email when we was talking about Flavor of Love. So
alrighty then.
We actually going to be having someone from Flavor of Love that's actually doing a movie that's coming on to the show based on our topic yesterday. So salute.
Stay tuned in.
Yeah, so
that was an exclusive for y'all.
Yeah, so stay tuned in. More to come.
Bang, bang, bang.
More to come. Let's read some comments from the FB Live.
Let's go. Julius, if we as black people took our dollars to black-owned businesses, you would see a global shift in the economy.
Jay Gray.
My God.
Jay Gray.
Oh my gosh. That's like opening up a can of worms. They don't even understand.
That's another show we're going to do.
Danielle, we are too amped up due to 45 acting a dang fool. So anyone who acts like they don't know how to be racially sensitive has to go.
Agree, Queen.
Hello. For Twitter users, Human Zoo started in for Twitter users, Human Zoo started in Europe. Let them know, Danielle. Julius Gray says it's actually worse in Europe. And this is what I call a deacon wooism.
T-shirt to come. I want a piece of deacon wooism.
That's
half
hilarious.
Goes to BKS1, half goes to me.
That's hilarious.
We need a Man Cave Morning Show T-shirt and cartoon drawing. Go ahead.
Yes.
And Paula says that ad is crazy. The little I know about the game is that they scrutinize everything in detail, and I am surprised that they would put something out like this without considering the consequences.
Wow.
Thank
You
you,
see,
Paula.
this
Thank
is
you.
why I
Thank
feel
you.
like
Thank you.
I don't
Love
know.
you, Mom.
I don't know if this is a malicious intent thing, because they had to know. It can't be a secret. They have to know.
Agreed.
So I feel like, what are they distracting us from? Why are they initiating this hoopla? This is the conspiracist in me talking though, and I hope Wu can back me up, because
I'm raising a conspiracy theorist daughter. Bang,
why? Because there's no way. There's no way that y'all didn't know. Like, diversity and inclusion departments are rising all over corporate America. So they can, not only is it trendy, but it's, if you don't have that department, it's just like, well, do you not care about being diverse?
Right,
do you not
right.
care about being inclusive? What do you think the public is going to think about that? So the point of these companies is to appeal to us. So why would you do something like that?
And 30 years ago, there would have been no African American child in the ad at all.
Yes.
It would have just been white kids.
Facts.
Yes.
Stop. You
Yes.
knew.
All right.
Can I ask a question that I asked earlier? And you
then
guys.
we got to read a comment.
Oh.
Holly.
I don't see it. You have to put it up.
Okay.
But question. There was 2 hoodies that we're referring to. Coolest Monkey in the Jungle and Expert. Dang, I always forget. Expert.
Jungle expert.
Jungle Expert.
Jungle expert.
What if the white kid is wearing Coolest Monkey in the Jungle and the black kid is wearing Expert? If you switch the hoodies, is it still a problem?
If the black kid is wearing the shirt that says Jungle Expert,
Yeah.
same exact thing. Same thing, I think.
Let me get what it really says. Let me get
What
what
does
it
it
really
say?
says. Give
What
me a
does it
second.
say?
Hold on. Let me get
I don't know if it would be the same uproar.
Let's see what it says, General, before I start running my mouth.
Give me a second.
But let's say that's what it did say, General. Why would it be different? Why would it be a different
Jungle
response?
Expert?
Jungle Expert.
Because of what the clothing line. The clothing line
No,
is
Survival Expert.
Survival expert.
Official Survival Expert. Junior Tour Guide.
It wouldn't. That wouldn't bother me.
No.
Official Survival. If the black kid is wearing the orange hoodie that says Official Survival Expert Junior Tour Guide, are we? And then the white kid is wearing Coolest Jungle and the Coolest Monkey in the Jungle. What are you saying?
It wouldn't bother me.
It wouldn't bother you?
No, it wouldn't bother me. Why? See,
it wouldn't bother me either. But go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is where sometimes, and again, I don't want to get like, we getting overly sensitive on things, because that's a serious thing right there. When you see that Coolest Smoking in the Jungle and the black kids wearing it, but with a white kid wearing that, that's not going to bother me. With a black kid wearing a hoodie that says Survival Expert, of course not. You know what I'm saying? And that's not going to bother us. But again, white races have always associated black people, African Americans, with apes and monkeys. It is what it is. It is what it is. This is why it boggles my mind for them. There's no way in hell that you could not know that this was going to offend somebody.
Exactly.
So somebody in your department should have said, let's not put the black kid in that Coolest of the Jungle hoodie.
But you see,
let's switch them around.
But you see, there are no executives, there are no administrations in that photo shoot, because this is what it is. I mean, I can't give you an accurate depiction of what happens, but in my own mind, you have the designers creating the line, okay? And then the designers have the products made. The products are sent to the fashion designers, and the fashion designers and the photographers are setting up who's wearing what, and they're just taking pictures. Is the president of H&M at this photo shoot? I don't think so.
No, because
who's calling the shots?
Because
then?
He's entrusting the head of marketing, the head of advertising, to make these decisions, these final decisions. And let's read Holly Ray at Carnegie's comment. Says, what I want to know is, why would the parents exploit the baby in such a way? Oh yeah, chasing the dollar, stupidity at its finest. Let's clap that up.
We're talking about what you're doing for the dollar yesterday.
Yeah, okay. Is the parents at fault or the company? I mean, the company's obviously at fault, but are the parents equally at fault?
Yeah, because I would think that the parents would have to approve. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, is this okay?
Dude,
hey
I
mom,
don't think
dad.
so.
You don't think so?
I don't think they give a rat's butt to what the parents think, because we booked your child for this job. You signed your paperwork and gave us the okay. You don't get any creative. You don't get any creative decision.
They probably did all that signature stuff before they put the monkey hoodie on.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the context of the contract, we don't really know what the background story is. It could have been a thing where, we have like a chaperone for your child if you don't want to be a part of this.
But I will say, no.
Something
the
like
parents were on site because he's a minor. The parents have to be there because he's a minor. So I'm sure the parents are watching what's going on. So the mom watched them put the hoodie on this little boy. She watched him walk the little boy in front of the camera, and she watched him take this little boy's picture. Mind you, the boy is in different picture, like different hoodies. If you go on the site and you're going through all the hoodies, he's wearing like this gray hoodie with a little black slash over here. He's modeling other clothes. But she did not. How did you not peep this one?
Did it say monkey on it?
No, it didn't say monkey on it.
All right.
It was a plain gray hoodie.
Let me get something. Hey, Puffy, find this little black kid and put him in a Sean John ad. That's number one. Number two, for you millennials, remember we were talking about the other day where there was this big outrage over this phony Michael B. Jordan dating a white woman, but it was really a Hispanic sister and blah, 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 right? Okay, and that wasn't even true. Here now you have a clear case of disrespect. Where are all your millennial hashtags and Me Too's? And that's the question for the millennials in the audience. How come you don't start an issue, not, get a hashtag about an issue that's real instead of one that's fake? Like, oh, boy, Panther, because this you see what I'm saying?
Hashtag HM racist.
Trust. Millennials, hold on.
I stand corrected, boss.
Millennials are all over this. Twitter
Yeah.
is a highly millennial-based populace. So there are a lot of people our age that falls into that category of millennials that are speaking out on this. I happen to follow a page on Instagram, Greek Shenanigans, because it's part of the Divine Nine community. There are a lot of Greeks that are speaking out against this. So
what are the alphas saying?
We're heavily involved, and trust me, Alpha Phi Alpha is getting a lot of shade right now because, like I said earlier, their fraternity mascot is the apes. So a lot of people are saying, y'all giving H&M flack, but would pledge Alpha Phi Alpha, ice cold apes. That's their thing. But obviously there is a meaning and the context behind it. But in the sense of opening it to this discussion, you now question, why is it okay for them to say ice cold apes?
That's their devil's advocate point. Like,
right,
well,
right.
You have,
and of course, every member of that fraternity is going to defend what they know because that's part of their history and blah, 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 blah. But still,
and that's right up there with white people saying, "Why can't I say nigga? Because black people."
Exactly.
Why can't I say bitch? Because you call yourself.
Exactly.
Get out of here. Next.
Same.
It is kind of a double standard, though. I got to say that it's definitely misleading. I can't encourage it because it definitely is misleading. Because how are you going to have a huge blow up about this little boy in this hoodie, but you call yourself apes? How are you going to say, I can't say nigga, but you in the stew laying down tracks, laying down vocals, and niggas all up in... That don't make sense.
No, that's always been a topic we discussed a lot because, that bothers me too. You know what I'm saying? It's like... We have a problem with everybody else using these derogatory terms, and we use them against ourselves. So I mean, who really needs the reality check? We have
to set the standard. If we're gonna if you're going to moan and groan about it, you need to set the standard. You need to be the change that you want to see. You not being the man in the mirror.
Yeah,
I
clap that up, man.
That doesn't make
drop
any
the
sense.
bomb. First of all,
you can't do that.
Not only do I agree, but I'm guilty of it. Okay, so hypocritical moment number 3080, wooism. I am definitely guilty of it, and so things need to be done. That being said, hey corporation, you better not do it. You better not do it.
You know what I'm sick of?
Damn.
This is just me personally.
Go ahead.
If y'all agree, disagree, whatever. I'm so tired of people using the excuse. Well, no, we're going to take away power from the word. We're going to take away power from the word.
Tomorrow's show preview.
Other chick, you a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. I'm a boss bitch.
Tomorrow's show.
We took away power from the word.
Stop it, Shaka.
I'm saying, I'm that nigga, son. I'm that nigga. We taking away power from the word.
Do you know
take away power from it. Get the hell out of here.
Do you know I had an argument with my daughter when my daughter was on Saturday night when I came home from work at 1 o'clock in the morning, when she was defending bitch to me? So if my daughter's listening, you and the word bitch are not in the same universe, right? You're not going to refer to yourself as that. And this is a preview for tomorrow's show. There are a million words you can use, okay? Pick another Word. I am God, like Kanye said. I am queen. I'm master of everything that I survey. I am responsible. I am love. I am charismatic. I am a lady. I am a ruler. Stop. Words have power. So what you're doing is you're lying to yourself by saying you're not abusing yourself. Because when I call my brother nigga, I'm abusing him. And when you call your sister a nigga, I mean a bitch, you're abusing her. And then you're in denial and you're telling yourself this story to make it all right. And it's okay, because Dawood is the biggest hypocrite on the panel. But I tell the truth about it. We got to work on this, man. Stop using them negative terms.
Facts. Nigga, please.
Stop. Nigga, please. Nigga, you was a bat. Nigga,
please. And you're absolutely right about that. And, you know, I've been saying, you know, I've been making a point about self-discipline on the show. And, you know, I've been making the point about being intellectually stimulated and educated to understand things that are above yourself and not center yourself to it, to just say, oh, it's okay for me to say to, you know, one of my homies, my nigga was good,
right?
Or a female to one of her homies say, well, bitch, how you doing? How about we say, yes, queen, turn up? You know, that's a better vibe right there.
You know what I agree. Because the other day I saw one of my dudes, whatever, and he was like, "Oh, that's my nigga. No, what's up? What's up?" I was like, "What's good, King?"
Exactly.
I flipped it on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's good, King, or whatever. And you know what? The more we're aware of that, we can change it. Because somebody actually told me in the rap game, he was like, "You know what, bro? As much as we may hate the word and you may not like it, that word will never die. We are always going to use that word towards each other." And I actually thought about what he said, and I'm like, you know what? He's probably right. He's right. Because now, you know, Latinos have adapted it.
Everybody has adapted it.
Yeah. I hear
everybody has adapted it.
Saying and calling each other niggas.
Yeah.
It's a very loose, miscontext type of word. Everybody uses it.
People don't understand the power behind it. Can I go to the chat? Shout out to Ty. In many cases, these clothing images are superimposed on the models, which is why you see a single model in the same pose wearing different colors of the same outfit. That's true, because when you're looking like at a t-shirt, the model's wearing pink, but you can also get it in white, green, black.
Yes.
And then you can also see the other. It's true. It's the same pose. It's the same person. They probably photoshopped the different colors onto it.
So thank you, Verdiana Tayamisha Williams-White, my friend. General.
Yes.
How look, you get the kid, you sign the paperwork, right?
Right.
And they take several photos. Well, maybe they take one photo.
Right.
And they superimpose, you know, like the green screen.
Right.
This design, that design.
Yes.
Is that possible?
Yes.
Can it happen?
Yes.
Am I responsible if I see my kid seen, you know, in a green shirt and I walk away and I get my little $500 and I sign my waiver? I didn't know you were going to, you know what I mean? Because, like, if the kid is in the same pose, it's probably, you know what I mean? Superimposing this one and that one and this one. Yeah. It's cheaper than take the shirt off, put it back, right?
Yeah.
But you know what?
Talk to me.
Wasting time.
But you know what? You see how you just broke that down?
Right.
About the superimposing and all of that, whatever. Right. They need to have a press conference. Real talk.
Yeah.
And break down the process of what possibly happened. What was a part of the decision-making process?
Okay.
What was a part of the photo process and the whole... Break that down to us, the consumers, so we could sort of kind of understand how it could have slipped through the cracks.
Okay.
Like, make us, you know what I'm saying? Just give us a little education.
Yeah,
okay?
I think for them to save themselves is to be very transparent about the process and very transparent about what happened, because that's the only way that they can save their market. I mean, granted, there are people who don't care. There are people that are going to be like, I'm still shopping at H&M. It's my primary store, whatever. But if you're going to save yourself and you care about your fan base or whatever, being transparent is definitely going to be the way to go. I think that is best.
And let's make this a teachable moment for corporations marketing to the African American consumer population.
We just gave you a tip.
Gave you a tip. Send a check to BKS1 Radio. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No doubt.
You're welcome.
Cha-ching.
Shout out to Julius Gray. He said the Book of Woo.
Jay Gray.
He loyal.
Also, he said, did we read the comment? He said, not making excuses for the parents.
Go ahead.
Or the company, but they could have been thinking of the playground, playing on the jungle gym, on the monkey bars.
We were saying that too. There's a nurse. It's like a nursery rhyme. 10 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. The mother and the father and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. That's a nursery rhyme.
Big rhymes. Big rhymes.
So what? You messed up. Cut the check. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn about no nursery rhyme, ma. No.
Yeah.
No.
It might be, but it is.
I know
nursery rhymes are catered to kid, and it's a little toddler in the hoodie.
I get it.
Like,
Devil's advocate.
I get it.
For the of course.
But at the end of the day, who's buying the hoodie? The parents. Get it.
Right.
Understand.
So shout out to Miss Danielle Spencer.
Yes.
What the queen gotta say?
Commented, why is this interracial relationship coming out just as Michael B. Jordan's movie premieres? We have to let people learn about life on their own. Big bombs. Clap it up.
Next show topic.
Shout out to Miss Spencer for that.
No, we have to talk about when Black Panther comes out. We need to have like a whole outing with each other, and we all need to go out and check it out.
Yeah, that's true.
As a group, we need to go watch that movie so we can come back and discuss it.
Yeah, we can talk about how Kendrick doing all the music for it.
Yeah, the four of us need to go.
And now that we're on that topic, quickly, Kendrick Lamar.
Go ahead.
Kendrick Lamar is solely working on the theme music for Black Panther.
The soundtrack.
Clap it up, drop the bomb for Kendrick. Big Kendrick fan.
Yes.
Big Kendrick.
That's a big move. That's a big move for him, man. But we're gonna do that. You know what? We're gonna give away 10 free tickets to the movies for whoever's in the area that wants to attend with us.
Right.
And maybe we may do it in New York, so that way anybody in the tri-state, if they want to rock with us.
Right.
What? Make sure you follow us on social media.
So
you gotta call in.
BKS1 Radio ENT on Instagram. We'll probably put up a post. Maybe tag some of your friends and see who can be in the running to get these tickets.
Yes.
To see Panther with us.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. We want to thank everybody, man. Again, we want to thank everybody. And just remember, if you have a topic you want us to discuss, debate, talk about on the Man Cave Morning Show with Woo, with Yo, with Dr. J over here, with me, Storm Norton the General. If you have a topic, just please just hit us up. Either inbox us, put it in the comment section on Facebook, DM us on Instagram, hit us up on Twitter. There's so many ways to contact us. Just please let us know, and we will talk about it. Because again, this show is not about us. It's all about you, because you are the next best kept secret. All right, so keep that locked. The Man Cave Morning Show every morning. We will be back tomorrow morning. All right, so
Black Power Fist, Black Power Fist,
everywhere, baby, on social media. Much love to y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. We will see y'all tomorrow. Julian, we out.
Bang, bang.
Some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, JayZ Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Jamie Foxx, BKS1 Radio. What's going on with you?
Storming on. This is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton for BKS1 Radio. They be doing the dog, y'all.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on